Hello, everyone. Spontaneous live as I'm feeling deeply moved and touched by the wisdom of my soul through the interactions of the day. And I'm wanting to share with you a message in regards to coming home to yourself, coming home to your destiny, and the coordinates to have a fully expressed and fulfilled life, and what that means and what that looks like. So I'm feeling really emotional about like my mission here and like my purpose for you, for us, for me. We all came from the same source. This is a little bit of a story time. We came from the same source. We came from love. We came from unity. And in a way, in this life, we're learning about ourselves. We're growing. We're learning how to interact with other people. We're living in this world of duality where there is separation, where we are in separate bodies. But the remembrance is that we came from love. We came from oneness. We came from no separation. Our first and original wounding was that of separation, when we have decided to come here to have an experience and forget what it was like to be one. And we all have a unique destiny. We all have a dharma. And it doesn't matter if you remember it or not. Life's purpose is to remind you, is to bring the dharma to you so that you remember. And at some point in everyone's life, there is an awakening. We wake up to the realization that we don't know who we are and why we're in the place we're at, and we feel deeply unfulfilled, and we don't know why we don't have happiness. We did all the things we were supposed to do. Why are we not happy? Or we wake up to a deeper level of knowing and understanding of who we are inside. We experience loss and grief, and in the losing, we remember. And in the losing, we find part of ourselves. So when we're born into a soup or an energy that fully supports the truth and essence of who we are. We're born into the totality of who we are. The stars aligned, they're in the houses that we need to pull for part of our personality, for part of our trajectory or mission. We choose where we're going to be born, the location, the time, and the person that's going to birth us. And whether the birth goes to plan or not, it's always perfect, it's always according to plan. And we come into this world and we pass through the veil and we forget our unity. We forget our mission of why we came here. We don't know why we chose to come here. And we're in this brand new world, very new, very vulnerable, and looking for who is going to take care of me, who is going to help me remember who I am. And the more and more farther away from our birth, the more and more we forget, in a way, that connection. The older we get, the less we feel that connection, because life around us shows us the duality, the contrast. There's not unconditional love here. There's conditional love. Our parents are doing the best of their abilities with us. And what I want to speak to today is that destiny for each of us. And in order to enact that destiny, we need to be fully expressed. We need to be our authentic, true selves in the world. And what we're faced with over time is conditioning forces and life, more like people and society, telling us who we need to be, how we need to act, what we need to learn, and what kind of acceptable life choices there are. And what's interesting is that that destiny can't be projected onto you or told to you. It's a remembering that comes deep within yourself. It's an inner adventure you go on. And it's through the pain that we begin to remember. It's through the misalignment. It's through being off center that the contrast of being in the light, being in the dark, being aligned, being misaligned, it's like we never quite seem to get the rhythm to find ourselves centered in ourselves. And for those of us that have found it, we're an inspiration for those around us. But life seems to be this path of discovering your unique expression, your unique movement, your unique voice, and the truth inside of you that wants to be shared with the world. Right? We went into line 1, line 2, line 3. Line 1, is this foundation secure? What have I found in this foundation? What pain lives in the body? Where is there corruption and disharmony and dysfunction? Where am I not living my best life? Where am I compromising? And in the second line, what happens when I'm in interaction with another? Do I lose myself in the other? Can I retain my grounding and anchoring? Or is it easy for me to just fall into their own flow? Or is there so much polarity that we both put each other off center? Our body holds the codes. Our body is where the home is. But what happens when we're living in the shadows of our design? For example, you have your Gene Keys sequence, right? There's 11 spheres on that. And in each of those spheres, we have a shadow, a gift, and a city. And when we operate too often in the shadows, our body becomes dense. We start to create disharmony and dysfunction in our body, and it shows up through physical manifestations of pain, whether it's in our physical body, as pain in our physical body, or whether it's emotional pain or mental pain and anguish, or this existential despair. Whatever it is, the shadows are like a big weight that we carry. And we don't realize we're carrying it because it's little by little by little over time. It's compounded. And so it isn't that it's placed on us all at once, because yeah, wouldn't you notice if you had a 50-ton weight on your back, if it was just placed there? Yeah, you'd collapse. But we've become so strong carrying so much weight, the weight of the world, the fears, the confusion, the self-doubt, the anger, the dullness, the codependency, all of the shadows just have accumulated and stored. And because we know we're meant for more, the weight of those shadows sometimes become too much. The pain manifests in the densest part of us, our body. And we're accumulating. We're accumulating so much. So what happens when stress accumulates in the body? It affects so much of our systems. Our muscles become shorter, our tissues become dry, and our meridians become stagnant. And over time, life starts to lose its luster. And we can fall into complacency. And I'm speaking to the shadow, I'm speaking to the pain here, because at every point in our life, we have both darkness and light. And in embracing and seeing the pain, we're calling it forward. Sometimes we get so good at denying the pain because we don't want to see ourselves as weak. Because somehow, some way, we were told you're too much. Like deal with it. You know, as a child, we were trying to tell what was wrong. This doesn't feel good to me. This doesn't taste good. I don't like this. I don't like this person. Too bad, give them a hug. Too bad, eat this food. Too bad, you're going to bed. Too bad, too bad, too bad. And over time, our sense of authority just gets pulled and pulled and pulled and pulled from us. The stronger you were as a child, the more people in your life that were in pain, that were not fulfilled, that were not fully expressed, the more your authenticity and authority and individuality was a threat to their sense of being. And so life brought you these people to give you their weight for you to carry, to help you lose yourself so much that the pain of this loss becomes unbearable, that you have to go search for the thing that you lost that you didn't know you lost. We get so far away from ourselves that we don't even know what we lost. All we know is the pain is so immense, and you're like, I just can't do this anymore. You either collapse into this like, I just want to give up, or you get so angry that it's like you're on this vendetta to punish all of life. Why? I must hurt. I'm hurting. I must hurt. And it takes a really self-aware person to know, hey, there's something wrong here. It's not them, it's me. And in the search, we begin to find the clues. It's like a map that's torn up in a million pieces. And this map is placed in people, in situations and circumstances, and in events. And you have a piece of this map everywhere. This map is everywhere. You know, one person has it over here, there. And you know what? You don't even need to worry about figuring out where these pieces are, because life is pulling you to the different interactions. Oh, look at this one. It says foundation. You're rebuilding your foundation. You're resetting to original design. You're finding your original blueprint. And through the contrast of, that feels not so great, that feels right, you're going to know when you found a part. It's going to resonate so deeply that you're like, wow, that's me. You're describing me. And this could be someone speaking hope into you. This could be someone projecting onto you, and you could be like, whoa, wait, no, that's not me. That's not what I want to do. But we need these pieces, and we need to put them together to then see the bigger picture. And in the coordinates, we learn, this is who I am. And it's a lifelong journey of bringing more and more and more of yourself back home, because we've given our authority and power away to many people, many situations, society, many things in our life, because we're love. And we can't stand to see someone else in pain with holes. And so we say, I have enough to give to you. Here, take mine. Here, take mine. Here, take mine. And then you wake up and you're like, I have nothing now. I've given it all away. You've given all your pieces away. So as you're picking up the pieces and reclaiming these parts of you, you're realizing that when you gave that part, you abandoned yourself and you perpetuated this feeling of separation. The feeling of separation, it had to be so great that you were left with nothing. And the whole was all yours. And that's why these systems like human design and gene keys are just so life-changing, because they start to give you the pieces you didn't know you lost. And you start to rebuild your identity. And you start to discern, center, right? Only from centering can we bring all of ourselves up and out. Only when we have a strong back, roots deep within ourselves, deep into the ground, soft belly, not bracing for impact, not waiting for the next person to take our power. We're in our true authority where we don't need to guard it. No one can steal it. We know the truth of who we are and nothing can shake us. And so any shock or blow, it's not going to be the end of us. So our bellies are soft. And when our bellies are soft, the energy is moving up to the heart. And when we meet life with an open heart, what happens? We begin to receive all of life, and life begins to receive us. And we are able to bring the truth of who we are to our voice out into the world. And in authentic self-expression, others who are lost at sea in the dark, you're the lighthouse for them. And you call other people home. And they may mistake your home for their home. But that's okay. That's okay, because you're going to show them home is here. I was the light to guide you here so I could show you where your light is. It's on. It's in you. It's just obscured. It's just covered by all these layers of not self, of not you. And we're going to peel back the layers like an onion and be like, is this mine? What is this? Whose is this? Oh, take that back. Oh, have this. When you realize that you've given away your pieces and that other people have given away their pieces, you're only going to want yours. You'll give back what you've taken and you'll take what you've given, until you realize that we're here to retain our wholeness and our sovereignty. And from that sovereignty, we're here to unite in authentic self-expression, in uniqueness. It's so easy to feel into the beauty and difference in the other person and mistake their light for our light and then want to be like them, because life is about imitation until you can innovate. You're imitating your mom and dad's voice when you're learning to speak. They're teaching you what to say. You're parroting them. And then when you have a big enough vocabulary, you make your own sentences. You say what you like. But we need to discern what's not ours, so we can look at the pieces in front of us and innovate. Learn who we are. Master who we are. Share that mastery with the world. Everyone has stress and pain in the body. Everyone has trauma. Our life is about remembering who we are, why we're here, and to be fully and authentically expressed and inspire this individuality in other people. So when we talk about entering in through the body, it's because the body wants to talk. The body's showing the way. The body's going to give voice to the pain. And that pain is exactly the place that you need to bring yourself home to. The pain is the pain of not being whole. The potential is wholeness. And the stress and the trauma is all the times that we've abandoned and separated and fragmented ourselves all over the place, thinking unity is everyone sharing in the suffering and pain of homogenization. We are all here to be the same. That was a blessing in a way, to have society try to homogenize us. It was a blessing. And the blessing is going to beget this beautiful rebirth of who you are. And this is a call to adventure. I've done the golden path. I have done the activation sequence. I have learned about my blueprint. I am teaching this. Don't get so arrogant to think that you are done with this. I'm not done with this. You're not done with this. You are not done. We are not done. We are not done until we all come home to unity. And the only way we come home to unity is to bring in the universe, is to bring in the one song. You are a beautiful instrument. Stop trying to be a banjo when you are a violin. Stop playing someone else's song when you have one of your own. Do you know the song of your soul? I think we're all learning it. And you know, if we all just played our instrument the way that it was designed to be played and allowed the sound to come out of us, we wouldn't have a cacophonous mess here. We would have a beautiful, harmonious universe song of unity. One song, many instruments, an orchestra of beauty. That can be us. And when you don't know how to play your instrument, it's always going to feel off. You may kind of get it, and then something happens and you're like, wait a second. This isn't me. Because we hear other people playing their song. Can you imagine being in a band room? Everyone's playing at the same time. There's no notes in front of us. We've forgotten. And all we have is our ears to listen, our hearts to connect. And we're like, oh, that's off. That's off. But the potential to come into unity and to come into unison is there, just as the potential to be off and cacophonous is there. So I think when we enter the body and we find the pain, the other side of pain is liberation. The other side of pain is freedom. The other side of pain is our song. The pain is the note that's off. You know your song. It's deep within you. And when you work on your range and you get deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper, you start to access more and more and more. But what the problem is our body becomes so dense that to get deeper and deeper, we start hitting more and more and more resistance. How do we get the resistance out of the body? How do we do that? Gabrielle, who works with us in our Found Immersion, she has a specific set of stretches that go deep into the body, into the meridians, into yourself, for you to pull out the density, pull out the stress, pull out the excess weight that God knows why you're carrying. Pull it out of the body. You don't even know you're carrying the stress because you've carried it for so long, and you're so damn strong. I know I'm speaking to you. I know you hear me. And I know you just want to put it down, but you don't know how. If I put it down, who's going to take it? Who's going to feel this? Who am I carrying this for? What are the ramifications for putting this down? What does that look like? What does that mean? Maybe it's mine to carry. Maybe you're punishing yourself. Maybe you deserve it. I don't care what story it is for why you think you have this pain, but it's not mandatory here. We're not here to suffer. We're here to thrive. And it's just a choice and a claiming. This is your reclamation. Reclaim your sovereignty. Reclaim your wholeness. Reclaim the truth of who you are so that we can be fully expressed. Full expression is when you bring your whole self to the table and share that. And truth be told, my whole journey is about uncovering these parts of me that I left behind. I learn every single day where I'm excluding myself. And if I have the awareness and the emotional bandwidth, I see it and I do the work and I bring myself home. And you can tune into your body right now and you can ask for that place. Like if I were to scan my own body, it's right here. There's a part in my heart that's just waiting to be returned. Not because anyone stole it. Not because I need someone to save me and put it there. No. At some point, I gave it away. I abandoned myself. I left it over here. And I didn't claim it as a part of me. We all have parts that we're not including. You don't want to leave them behind. So this is the work. This is what we're doing. This isn't just about the activation sequence. There's a path, but it's not so much about the ground you're walking on. It's about what you are getting from this. It's about the why. Why are you walking this path? Why? Because you want to learn your song. Because when you do, the world listens and they're like, whoa, how did you learn how to play your instrument? Teach us, show us. I can't figure this thing out. People notice you. And I'm speaking to the transpersonal profiles. The personal profiles, like your whole life is about self-fulfillment. Your whole life is to fulfill yourself first, to be so grounded and anchored and self-empowered that you inspire that in other people without you needing to even do the work of here, let me show you, let me lead you, let me guide you. No, your life is for you and you alone. And the reward is the fulfillment, is the freedom. Is you feeling so grounded and anchored in yourself that nothing else matters. You're so absorbed in your radiance that other people begin to love themselves because of how deeply you love yourself and know yourself. In the transpersonal profiles, you're doing it for you, but you're doing it for others. And in your transformation, you set out a ripple into the world, whether as you're role modeling or as you're connecting, as you're sharing, as you're leading. Life is going to bring you the people who need to hear your message. Life is going to bring you the people that need your embrace. Life is going to bring you the ones that recognize you. But you don't need to do anything because your being magnifies it. A deeply fulfilled and authentic life is contagious. And in a world where we're so damn scared of a virus Can you be the virus? Can you be the virus of love, of empowerment, of authentic self-expression? Half the reason people are getting sick is because they're so out of alignment with themselves that the corruption calls it to their vessel. The density of their vessel vibrates at the same frequency as the virus. Let's catch a cold together. Let's not catch a cold, let's catch a warm. Let's catch something together where we're raising the vibration of the planet through self-expression. And we're getting paid to be ourselves. We are in our mastery and we are having freaking fun with life. Abundance is it's what happens after you're aligned. It's a byproduct of alignment. And we all have the coordinates to come back home. And that's why Bella and I are bringing these systems to you, because they bring you home. So I'd love for you to take a moment this weekend to feel into your own soul, your song, your wholeness, this instrument that God gave you, that you decided to become. And I want you to ask yourself, is this a journey I'm willing to take? Because the consequence is so big. When you're not living an aligned, fulfilled, self-empowered, fully expressed life, your body begins to carry more and more and more weight. And the misalignment begins the death process. Because why are you here? We want to be filled with life and love and share that with the world. And I think alignment is a result of remembering who you are and coming home to yourself. I feel complete, and thank you for listening. And I hope that this resonated, because I was very moved and inspired to come on here and share this message, because I was sitting down and my open throat, just like I just felt that there was something that needed to be said. So thanks again for listening to the call and considering coming back home to yourself. You know where to find me, you know where to find Bella, and I really hope that we can rise together and we can play our songs and create beautiful harmony together. So, thank you. I love you all so much.